Hi, it's Karen from London here, and I'm here on a Friday night to talk to you about some hints and tips. Well, some hints and tips because it was probably about a couple of years ago, I actually quizzed about 500 cake decorators and asked them what their biggest challenge was with cake decorating in general. And I had a whole host of replies. Some of them were to do with craft, some of them were to do with business help that they wanted. And just recently, I also asked a lot of people that came into my free group, what was your biggest challenge? I didn't say whether it's craft or whether it was business. It could be one or the other. What is your challenge with cake decorating as it is? So we had again a whole host of replies from hating a relationship with fondant, um, finding good scratch recipes, fondant bulging, um, just wanting to learn more cake decorating skills, piping, getting smooth buttercream, always a nightmare. Wanting to know how to make flowers, different recipes. That was on the craft side, but I had over 100 replies on craft challenges. Now, on the business side, people were saying, I really struggle. Pricing is always the absolute favourite one. My biggest problem at the moment is charging correctly for my work. I am fed up with being paid peanuts for my work. Getting time in your day and finding the right type of customer, marketing, time and motivation. It takes too long to do each step. How can I make things quicker? Getting my business noticed, turning down orders, and overworking myself. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen my little post that came out about 4 o'clock today, which is about a busy cake decorator's working week and how they get more and more frantic as the time goes by. But the point is, what I wanted to say to you today is 2 years ago, I asked a load of cake decorators what their biggest challenge was. And the answers were the same, very much the same as what they still are today, right? So I've actually put together, if you've maybe been under a rock for the week or whatever, you might have seen me before going live on Facebook, but I've put together a makeover challenge for our cake decorators so that some of these things, not all of them, because obviously we'd be here all year, but we can work together and see some of the things that's that are coming up as problems for the cake decorators. So it's a 7-day event. We've got 4 tutorials coming up. Ooh, somebody's given me a heart. How very nice! Thank you. You gave me a heart. It's a 7-day event. We've got 4 tutorials coming up and a Q&A, so you can get all your questions answered. Why does it matter? Because it staggers me that like 2 years ago we had all the same answers coming in from the cake decorators saying, I struggle with this and I struggle with that. And so like, hello, I'm putting together a whole series of sessions here to give you some hints and tips as to how you can actually get these things sorted. So the question is, why do I know what I know? Well, I'm a qualified business coach and a life coaching as well. I've also worked with designers for donkey's years, working out how they charge for their time. These guys were interior designers, but it's actually very much the same. Somebody keeps pinging me. It's very much the same as working out design for a cake. Designing a house, all right, it's a much bigger amount of money that you're charging for design, but actually structuring your timesheets and working out exactly how long it's taken you to do something is pretty important. So I put all my knowledge together with how do you work out your time. And one of the things that happened this year in the summer, you may or may not have seen me, maybe you didn't, but Cake International asked me to go and speak on their cake carnival, and I spoke on cake pricing and your time, because it's one of the things that people just, you know, they put together a price, or maybe they ask on social media, and you might have seen me in some of the groups ranting. It's like, please don't ask other people what they're charging, because you'll get a variety of different answers depending on where people are situated in the world, depending on what sort of community they live in, and whether the people that are surrounding them can afford it. So somebody in New York and London is probably going to charge higher than somebody that's in the middle of UK, living out in the sticks, has hardly got anybody in the village. So it's not really a true test to go and ask people on Facebook, how much do you think I should charge for this? And it's one of my biggest rants, which you may or may not have heard. Anyway, so why do I know what I know? I know because I've worked for years with interior designers, and I've also had my own cake business, and I've got Sugarcraft City Guilds, and I've made lots of different products to help the cake decorating community, including order pads, which you can see behind me there, physical order pads. So another rant that I have is people that just actually send a message to their customers and then get upset because they've been ghosted, because the customer has just gone, oh, the reply is, it's too expensive. 3 words, it's too expensive. And that's, as far as the cake decorator is concerned, the end of the conversation. So I would like to teach you how to negotiate and have a friendly conversation, so people either have a lesser complicated cake, so it's less time intense for you, so that actually you do get paid for your time, but that lady can't have all the bells and whistles on her cake because her budget is X. So that needs explaining, and probably needs by a phone call or a Zoom call or something. But just to lose a design and an order because somebody writes and says it's too expensive, and that's the end of it, is like, no, no. And I've got other theories on that as well, which I will share with you. So the idea is the craft and cake business makeovers starting on Sunday. I'm going to put the link in the box underneath because it's quite a big long link to write down very quickly. I'll put it here. And if you're in the UK, that's the link, but I'll also put it in the box underneath this video. And if you're in America or the rest of the world, instead of the GBP at the very end, put USD. But I'll put both of the links if you would like to join us, because it's starting Sunday and it's absolutely ridiculously cheap. It's like £7.50 plus UK VAT, and that's for four testimonial tutorials, and or $10. It's like, seriously, if you were one of the people that I interviewed 2 years ago and were saying that this is my list of problems that I've got, and you're still saying this is my list of problems, then come and find out some tips and tricks of how to actually get over the challenges that you have, because you don't want to be talking to me in 2 years' time saying, oh yeah 2021 I had that issue, I still got it. I still got it, because I will come wagging my finger at you. So anyway, what is going on in this craft and cake business makeover is we're going to be doing, as I said, cake pricing and your time. Then we're going to be doing, that's on Sunday. Then on Tuesday, we're going to be doing work-life balance and time management, because that was another thing that people were saying, I just can't fit it all in. And there's ways to fit things in as long as you know how long things are going to take to start with, right? On Thursday, we're going to be talking about getting more orders, just getting organised. And that's one of the things that I had to do when I was office manager for the designers, because I had to organise all these creative people who didn't actually want to be organised. But so I always thought of the quickest way to do stuff and tried to nurture them into being more organised. So that's what I can do with you too. And it'll be great fun. And then on Saturday, we're hoping to have some craft demonstrations from our lovely Nina Morling, who's been very busy with wedding cakes. And we're picking out all of the biggest challenges that people said, which was like, I just want to get straight edges on my cake. I don't know how to cover the cake with fondant. and all of those things. I think she's going to be dealing with ganache as well, how to get a nice finish on a cake, because if you can do that, then you'll be actually confident of taking on some orders. And then we're going to have a Q&A session, and what you can do if you want to know more, because obviously you can't cram in the answers to all of the questions. The 300 answers I got this time and the 500 answers that I got last time, I can't cram that into 5 days really, as much as I could try. But anyway, so that's it. It would be great if you could join us. We start Sunday, and the tickets will go off sale by midnight Pacific Standard Time, PST. That's it, on Saturday, because obviously we've got to get people into the Facebook group. Because if you decide to join us, you'll get an email with a link to the Facebook group, and then you'll be in the community where it's all going to happen. So that's the plan. And I've got one comment here who's commenting, hi Grace from London. I'm from London too. So that's it. So it'd be lovely if you could join us. That's it. I'm over now. I think I'm going to go and have a drink now. Okay, take care. Ciao. Bye.